Toss of the coin the last time for Wayne Campbell as skipper, and he wins the toss. Kicks to the left of screen, and this emotional day for the Tigers is about to begin. Unchanged lineup for both sides. Stephen Silvani joining Michael Christian in commentary this afternoon.
Yes, and Steve, it's the first thing that strikes you is this forward line: Hall, O'Keefe, and also Williams down there, Nicks, and Nick Davis on the bench.
Yeah, plenty of forward power, and particularly Barry Hall in huge form.
And the Tigers.
And if you think they're going to win this game, they're going to have to win it out of the midfield. Coughlin will be better from the run last week, but Campbell and Cracker will have to provide plenty of drive.
And there's just part of that potent forward line. That's probably the Richmond forward line just there, isn't it? Matthew Richardson, and as you boys touched on, this a group of talented Swans. They've got various options. Leo Barry looks like he's making his way down to Richo. Let's quickly get down to Andrew Marr to tell us that it's a magnificent day.
It certainly is, Hutto. You can see that from where you are. The ground's extremely hard and fast. The news keeps coming out of Richmond. Darren Crocker and Wayne Britton were told yesterday that their services were no longer going to be required under the new coaching regime. So the changes just keep on coming down here.
Thank you, Andrew. There is just a hint of September about this afternoon in terms of the conditions. And the Swans will be here next week. Or they'll certainly be in the finals next week. And the Tigers, well, they'll have 6 months or more to think about it and try and get in the action next year as we check in on the benches to start the day. It's the Tiger bench as we look at what we're going to see a lot of today, you would suspect. Stoppage. And the umpire's picked out a free. And it's going Richmond's way. It goes to Andy Cracker. And he's certainly been in the news this week as well, for very different reasons. He sends it deep in towards full forward. It drops well short. And Andrew Shorville able to relieve. Linking up with Paul Williams and pushing wide Kirk. There was some doubt over Kirk's fitness. He's got his left knee strapped as he goes short. And the Swans trying to control it out of defence. Once again, Williams getting it into Hall. He's working hard up the ground.
Be a real test for Joel Bowden today. Barry Hall, of course, in fantastic form.
Good service there for O'Keefe. So the Swans doing it in a fairly short fashion. Plenty of Tiger numbers back in defence. Doesn't stop Crouch, but Bowden gets in the road. Gives it to Gasper, and now Campbell, and the Tigers are away.
Wayne Campbell from halfback delivers to the wing. Hartigan has been such a find for the Tigers in season 2004. Loose player at half forward is Weller. Crowd getting involved. And then Weller too far out to score. 12 touches and 4 marks last week against the Hawks. Fleming now just drives it long into the pocket. Richardson at the back. He's got it. Did brilliantly. And Steve, Leo Barry's going to struggle. Now Richardson runs around left foot. What's he done? He likes it. Goal to the Tigers. And the Swans are able to get out of trouble. Goods just kicks to space at half forward. Buchanan leads in the race. Campbell in hot pursuit. Oh, would have been better advised to pick it up. Tivendale. Schultz at halfback. Delivers poorly. That is a shocking turnover. O'Loughlin. Loose player at half forward. O'Keefe runs hard and gets on the end of the O'Loughlin kick. Angle acute. Comes in. It's a pretty good kick. He's kicked a goal for the Swans.
For the type of player he is, and he showed that there. All his marking skills on display. Brown, very low, hard ball to handle for Weller. Gasper playing a forward role. Trying to get through as Hartigan going his Cracker. This is one-on-one. He might go all the way for a goal. Oh, sensational kick.
Well done by Hall. Good little give. Fleming now, kick it long. He does. Richardson in the goal square, and he's marked a run, kick a goal. Matthew Richardson has two.
Forced to, no, he doesn't go long. He goes short and manages to pinpoint Gasper. Now they work it back again. And as I mentioned, we are more than likely going to see this for a lot of the afternoon. Poor kick, Kirk intercepted, kept on going. Sets it up, well placed. Well placed kick. And he does the job required. Swans second on the board. And a big roar from the Tiger faithful. And there's a familiar gait and kicking style there to his famous father. As Hyde rushes it inside 50. Richo with the chance. Oh, was that too high on the fend? It was. Advantage could be paid. Tivendale's. No, the umpire's going to bring it back, and Cobram will have the shot for goal. Bevan, the offender. And he makes no mistake.
So Mark Coughlin getting involved. Marsh now on the ground, taken though by Kirk of the Swans. Buchanan leads in the race. Hardigan applying. In fact, it's Schneider on the ground, back in the side this afternoon. Chance at ground level. Well done by Ablett. Jude Bolton, now Maxfield. Punishing kick at the back. Doyle's got the leap. Can't hold on. Oh, it's a high tackle on the Sydney Swan. It wobbles its way through, and he has missed. No, he's kicked it. He scraped it through, Nick Davis.
Second quarter from the MCG. The Tigers begin it with an 8-point lead.
Perfect bounce. Ray Hall to do battle, but he's beaten by ball. Davis can't control it. Hardigan, what a find he's been for the Tigers. Coughlin uses Hyde. Chance here for Richmond. Kick towards Richardson. It's got... Oh! Spectacular mark from Matthew Richardson. He jumped out of the ground. What a superb effort that was. And he'll kick it from 55 as the crowd looks at the big markers on the screen, and oh gee, what a towering mark it was.
And now the Tigers can move it. Oh, unlucky bounce. Lets Williams in off the left boot. He works it back beautifully. Oh, Snyder had it spent. Gets the handball anyway to Davis. Williams arrived to assist, but Davis, he is pinpoint and goals. Hall to Fleming. Oh, heavy work by Hall. Fleming kept on going, but the turnover could be costly. Goods after the initial Matthews work. Waited. He's got Williams bouncing out. He wants to go for home. He saw the chance and he got plenty on it. And the Swans are in front. Anyway, it's out of bounds, so it's elementary now as Doyle brings it to the front. Davis there to pounce, and pounce he does. 3 goals.
So a loose player in the Sydney defence, but they've got more options. Goods gets it down. Here's one of them, Michael O'Loughlin. Little fumble, but still plenty of time. Williams somehow was able to get it to Ablett. Kirk through the congestion. O'Keefe, little pirouette now. Kennelly out wide looking for Ablett.
Got Goods.
He chips towards Goods and takes it on the half volley. Now a handball out wide. Crouch. Kirk can kick a goal from 15 metres, and he does. Too easy, Sydney.
And now, Kennelly gets the skates on, and they are away to Maxfield. Linking up through the middle, Snyder will have to give to Williams. Oh, that was superb. Hurried kick was okay. And Michael O'Loughlin, he was off target in the opening half, but he's found the middle there. As Big Doyle takes the mark from the short ball kick. Guides it onto the wing. Nix has had a quiet day. Can link up with Matthews here by hand. He's got O'Loughlin coming out of the square. Wobbles it in, and O'Loughlin. He's such an effective forward. He's got his second. We come back to Ben Matthews. Oh, and they're lining up the Swans. I don't know how that happened, but there was 3 of them away to the left. And Hall takes the mark. 2 behinds. Maybe it'll turn for him here. He's had a wonderful season, right in contention for All-Australian selection. That's a better looking kick. Thank goodness.
There was. He just didn't need to jump. Could have gone at the hips.
And it looks like it had a bit of an impact on Tivendale. Ben Marsh moves it quickly, gives Rich Owen a chance. In fact, it drops shorter. Tigers have kicked 2 goals, 4 from set shots. Darren Gasper, little unwieldy, but very effective. Well done, Gas.
Ball all by himself, straight down the throat of Barry, who's played loose for much of the afternoon. Maxfield, Kennelly, plenty of time. Now Jude Bolton. It's the Swans working through half-back. Long kick now. O'Loughlin on the lead, and he gets there. Jackson was playing way too far behind him, given there was so much space in front of him. Kicks to Hall. From 25 metres, Barry Hall comes in and pops it through. Goal number 2. A real concern for the Tigers. Swans have got it at half-forward. Doyle in front. Nick's third man up. Jude Bolton hooks it back. O'Loughlin's got to beat a couple. Gasper applying pressure. Third man up. Tivendale knocks it straight to Couch. O'Loughlin could run in and kick a goal. He does. Kicks his third.
It for Nix. And now they can link up again through the middle. Jude Bolton finding more and more of it as the game has progressed. He's up to 21 possessions. Gets it inside 50. Davis, the spoil to the front. Kirk, lightning hands. Out to Davis. Great to watch them in action, the Swans. And Davis has that for closure. That's his fourth.
Always dangerous. A short pass going to a leading target with someone on his hammer, but he was effective. Now Campbell delivers towards Richardson. And he marks, sliding on his knees, hard up against the boundary line. So this will test him. Decides just to run out from 50 metres. He unloads and kicks a superb goal. Matthew Richardson. So they've got it nearly up to the wing, Richmond. Poor kick from Marsh. Turned it straight over. Williams. The outside of the boot was clever, and Davis is marked. This for goal number 5. Drop putt on its way. It's close. Has he kicked it? He has. And he's got space. He's got one bounce. Hall leads for him, and he puts it right in front of his eyes. And Barry Hall's got it. He's too far out to score, but he's got options for it. One of them is Schneider. And put down. Is that 50 metres? No. Schneider now.
Kidding, aren't you?
Well, I've seen worse paid. Clearly took the mark and was put down afterwards. So Schneider now will need to kick this from outside 50. He doesn't even bother. He kicks short. Jude Bolton is marked right on 50, probably further out. As Jude Bolton comes in from outside 50, has he got the carry? Oh dear. He's kicked an unbelievable goal. Hall, eventually Jude Bolton comes for him and he marks. Interesting that Michael O'Loughlin is off the ground. We speculated earlier that perhaps Paul Roos may take him off after he injured his hamstring in this very match last year and missed the final series. Great mark, O'Keefe. So he'll kick from just outside 40 metres. Kick is perfect. The goal umpire doesn't move and the Swans have another one. This Dan was off the mark. Drives it along to the wing. Good contest by Weller. Brought it to ground. Nichols, was he tackled high? No. They get a bounce. So Sydney will take plenty of momentum into the final series. And their win this afternoon, we would think, would secure them a home final next week, an elimination final. And for Richmond, well, a sad end to the season, and there it is. Richmond, their lowest score of the season. Their lowest before now was 7-8. That was back in round 9 against Port Adelaide, but today they could muster just 6 goals, 8. But Sydney, a big 64-point winner, and they'll take, as I said, plenty of momentum and confidence into the final series, Steve.
Well, you're spot on there, Michael. A very good victory for the Swans. Paul Roos would be delighted with their form leading into the final series, and Well, they've got plenty of forward power. They've got plenty of depth in their midfield, and their backline stood up today. And I'm sure with a forward like Barry Hall going into the final series, they'd be fairly confident and should do some damage in the next coming week, in the next couple of weeks.
Let's go down to Andy Marr. He's with Brett Kirk.
Thanks very much, Chris. A fantastic performance by you blokes.
Yeah, we started pretty slow early on. We weren't winning the contested footy early, but we come out after half-time and really stuck it to them, and to the credit of the boys, we had a good win.
What was the message at half-time? It just seemed like there's a lack of, at that absolute Sydney, intensity in the first quarter.
Yeah, that's what it was. There was just no intensity around the footy, and we just needed to get the footy out of stoppages, got inside and won the footy.
Is the home final next week at all a factor that's been in the back of your minds? You look like you've done enough to stitch it up today.
No, we didn't really think of that. We were thinking about Richmond today. We knew they'd be pumped up, so they played really well early, so we'll sort of look to next week now.
Well played. Good on you. Back to you, Chris.
Yes, Brett Kirk, he was one of the stars again today. 19 possessions, a couple of marks, and, well, there's Danny Frawley, and past his wife Anita as he goes down into the Richmond rooms. Clearly he'd be disappointed. It's been a long year for Richmond, but he works away. He's handled himself very well, Steve, through what's been an extremely difficult period.
Oh, no doubt about that. There's one thing about Danny Frawley, like the way he played, he would have given his all for the Richmond Football Club, and the way he's conducted himself over so many years as the Richmond coach, he really has been a terrific ambassador for the club, and he's really admired in the football world the way he's gone about things, and he's a terrific man, and I guess there's time now that he can enjoy his family, who have obviously been under enormous pressure over the last year or so, and I think the football world really sends their regards out to the Frawley family.
Yes, absolutely. He's done a wonderful job with some of the young players, particularly Andy Cracker, and both sides staying out on the ground, and the Swans coming to their fans at the Punt Road end just to thank them for their support, and the Tigers also coming to the Punt Road end saying thank you to their fans. It's been a tough year for all Richmond supporters. Let's go back down to the boundary line. Andy Marr.
Thanks very much, Chris. Danny with Tarkinelli. Nice to see the support you blokes get here. It must be good for you.
Yeah, it's fantastic support, and we know they're coming down to Melbourne. Obviously with South Melbourne we get great support down here, and hopefully, for the finals we continue.
Brett Kirk was just saying before that the intensity that we've come to expect from you blokes wasn't quite there in the first quarter. Is that how you read it?
Yeah, it's very similar to the Essendon game. We were left off the hook against Essendon in the first quarter. The same today. We didn't. Our intensity wasn't there, and once our intensity is there, we normally play good football. Our skills are normally good once our intensity is there. So we picked it up after the first quarter.
It must be nice for you blokes coming off halfback to run the ball into a forward line that's so multi-pronged. Nick Davis was the one today, but you've always got someone seemingly to kick the ball to.
Yeah, it makes the job easy for us. Obviously, you've got so many options with Hawley, Mick, and Ryan O'Keefe and Dave. Obviously today playing well. It makes the job easier for us, which is good.
How are you feeling? Finals next week.
Yeah, it's great. We didn't really talk much about it. You don't want to get ahead of yourself, but we'll just see what results throw up to us.
Are you feeling up and about? You feel like you've got plenty left in the tank?
Bloody right. I think most of the boys are. And we've had a tough, I suppose, month really, and we're going to keep trying our hard off. And once the intensity's there, that's all we can ask.
Good on you. Well played today. Back to you, Michael.
Get down, ready, match. Yeah.
And a wry grin from Paul Roos, the Sydney coach. The Swans big winners this afternoon over Richmond by 64 points. The Tigers got away to a very good start. They led by 8 points at quarter time and at one stage led by 15 points. But the Swans hit back with 3 second quarter goals to lead by 12 points at half time, and they continued on their merry way, kicking 4 goals in the third quarter, and then in the final quarter they finished right over the top of the Sydney Swans. The goal kickers, Nick Davis, started on the bench, was a star with 5. O'Keefe and O'Loughlin 3 apiece, and the only multiple for the Tigers was Matthew Richardson